بنكو نسناي من قال معلبو سنايو عطو تكيه مس بعلت بيتهم جنت ندركم أبز بتصح زبصحو تسعيرهم استعوتوا سدرا بيتهم بخرج عليهم شويت قال عصرت عمش عمت كلها أب هارفارد يونيفرسيتي تسمبرام لومي قال 19 عمت حكيم كانسرن تمارا ماريتنيام دكتور شويت ودهم قدام تكين أب أمريكا نايكو تباكيلا مالت إيكونوميست خوين يسرح سالسيت قالهم ليلاي تكي أب 14 عمت أدمية بقدامي ديجري تمرقات الكب اتنشت ودهم أب كلاي درجة بيت مرتيز ركب كوانت خنن زاقيت قدامي ناوزايو تقوع زلهم ذا سترام انت اللي نملؤ كبابيان فتوتان ما أكل سحبت أبنت نايتبق كوين علام تعروا ولدي فرلوهم إنه نزا أبنتاوي تسدره نقرب لكم
أنا بمجمريان كفل زينا زيارة بلنا كان أيكا عهدكم خبيركم عزيز متاهم بتعمل مسكن بحتر زبالة أنا تكي غبرمدهن بحال كاب يونيفرسيتي أديس أبابا بسوعان حدن وديب بدحريو مس Ministry of Finance بحال سريحة دحريو خا برايس ووترهاوس بيتن كامباني أوديتينج فيرم مزاتهم سريحة أون ناي كورسبوندنس ناي أكاونتينج تمهيرة جيتي كأندي علامة نايزي ناي دكنا كما غيركم أبيهم مزبل حتى ندي جن بقدر أبوتات زلوا من البات أنا حدا ما بريه خيله حجي عندي نقولعو تقام زبال بنشتم كله مالتي كاب كلاليو خاخ جمرو خلو تاني بنشتم شوعت شدشتو رحب خون خلو كاب آتي جمر أبتاع أدمتيا ولا تمتحف من باب انتغنى شاخات جمر اتي فيدالات ولا تزي فلتوا اتسلس ريوم بو سلازم السوتو كاب شعو اب تامدك اسيوم كونه ويا بتخدق سلو زتسولو غزي خانه تا غزي زلاتكا موفع زي غلا لا يكونت مخنياتو كما بو بتسرح الله بتخا كال واتيت لو جن تا غزيتي انا يدقيا وين تولاديا الكا مديبكا كل غزي دقاسن غزي متنسان ابشع غزي كتنبولم كتلالك كاوت فقرنا يمصحف ولا انتيب كام تا مصحفون بعلاتهم كم زبون صلا خوليو بو غيرهم كانتي ابزل على ندعبي بزمت غزي خا بزبلصه كردوم خالي
شيمي جنة تسفى مكيل بحال اسمرت وليدي بإيطاليان سكول عصرت هالتها في الودي فيتوريا بورتيغو كاو قال كده اسمرا يونيفرسيتي نيرسال ساي عمد قال كده انا اسير مسوا على البيتين سوازيلاند خيدي او خلت اقول علينا دحريون كندا خيدنا نيرنا كندا 4 عمت غيرنا دحريون امريكا اتينا كلت اقول عسخنا 4 لونا حجي بتصبوخ انا ريو بالنا مالتي
I went to school in New York growing up, and then after high school I went to Harvard University for college for 4 years, and then I went straight from there to Harvard Medical School for 4 years, and then after that I did my residency training in radiation oncology specialty, which is the treatment of cancer with radiation therapy at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, which is one of the biggest cancer centers in the United States and in the world. And that's also in New York City. So I just finished my residency June 30th, 2014, and now I'm starting a new position as a professor of radiation oncology and a physician, treating patients 70% of the time and then doing research 30% of the time. That will start in August, in a few weeks, at a major hospital in New York City.
I graduated from New York University in 2001 with individualized study in politics and economics. My focus was specifically on the developing world, and Eritrea was my main inspiration for that. That led me to an interest in economics and business and that world. And I went on to my first career and my first position, which was at Bloomberg, where I learned about the financial markets and all the different currencies and bonds and stocks and all the products that are out there in the world. After 4 years, I left and moved on to another position with ICAP as a broker. Now I work in institutional wholesale markets, trading corporate bonds for major institutions. So I help facilitate trades between big banks like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs and even smaller dealers and provide liquidity to those market makers.
أنا بفترتي من باب فتوى أبز خد كوبوتا ولا بدكان أتي ولا بنحكيم كتصبح الله خيان من باب نحكي فتو بس أنا بدك إكس سفر له إلى سلز حسابكم كولا خدك أسخلو أنا ما أخلون كينه مصحف ينببلون قدم مدك أسم إذا حجي بتنقل عف فقرنا من باب كحضر لهم كيلو ماتي أبرسي أخاني كقول عتمات هذا ستوري تايم أب لايبراري أم دا مصحفتي يوسدهم يسمعوا يا أودر فلان كيجمروا خلوا تمرتي دحاري بون دا أفتن لايبراري دخلوا مصحفتي بدلا يوم بعينته دا وصلوا دا مرسوا مني خازب لك هايلا أو تنا مصحفتي من باب كحضرهم كيلو حجتي كاب كله تي أبي ودنا أم دا دكان دخلوا أنت نحرقتنا مسانا يلن أبيكم زلوا خان فلت أنا سلمتين دا مصحفت نحرقلا تام مصحف على العلو أفتى أجر دا مصحفت خوينهم ببصرحنا كنت مسانا دا دكان زخيل سلازي سي نايب حقي تي فقرن باب محدار نتم قول عسي نايب حق طايمهم مالتي حجي غزا بين غيرنا غزانا نخيدي كان حال حاتيت كما يفلطنيم ولا ماكينه اندا زوركو هلو كل غزي مصحف يم زنبو ماكينه حجي زيسي ناب هيوتم سي بزح تاش مخدر لهم كيلو ابرسي خاني አሎ ዝበሃል ስፖርት ካኒ ካብ ቆደታም ካብ 3-4 ዓመት ኮሎ ባላ ሶፍት ቦል ንሰዊት ባለ ንሰዊት ማለት እዩ ዶክተር ሰዊት አዳም ወዴ ካኒ እዚ ኮሙ ቤዝቦል ባስኬትቦል ሶከር ኩዕሶ እግሪ ኩሉ ሲ አሎ ዝበሃል ምሕንባስ አይ ስኬቲንግ الله زبال سبورت خاني بقى صراح كله قديفك إنفستسين أبغى أميز كوروني رك زي بمولو بقى كتمرت مسموعه تعاملت كله بابيله من باب after school الله after school activity الله كلها زي سناوينا نوستون يرنا جنزب ندحت كيبلنا زلوا جنزب تعالك ني عمل سبورت ندخفلك أبز خلاص حقيقة مالتي.
I think a lot of it came to be from my family and my parents and our background growing up. For my family, it's very important that education be the priority of everyone's life, especially in the early life. They always used to tell us, especially when we were in America, that education was the key to opportunity in America, that the reason my mother and father were successful was because they had had education when they came to America. Because, as you know, we are foreigners in America. We don't speak the language as our first language. We don't have our family all around us. We don't have a network that all the other Americans do. So the only thing you have to go on is your education. And my dad said they can never take away your education from you. So the education was the priority. So when we were younger, he always encouraged us. If we got good grades on our report cards, he would take us to the toy store. We would buy all the toys we wanted, the books we wanted. If I ever wanted to buy any book, we would immediately go to the bookstore and buy any books we wanted. It didn't matter the cost, didn't matter the price. If we were sitting in the car and we were going on a long ride, if we were reading books, they didn't bother us for 4 hours. We would just be reading books, and my parents would buy them all the books we wanted, whatever made us happy, as long as we were doing something that was educationally oriented. So I think that was really nice encouragement. They wanted us to know that reading and books and school was the key to success, and we ended up really internalizing that, and it became very important to us that we have that as part of our life. So when we were younger, we didn't watch TV. We always just wanted to read, and I think that was very important for becoming a good student. And then on top of that, because you have that discipline from school, that discipline and that self-control carries over into other parts of your life. So after school, you have that ability to focus yourself and be disciplined. You go play sports and you become very good at playing sports. You play a musical instrument, you become very good at the instrument. So you learn to channel your energy into becoming excellent at whatever you do. And it was just something we loved. It didn't feel like work. It just felt like this is fun to read and to be in school and to get good grades. So I think it came from our parents' background, but then once it was instilled in us, we took it and ran with it. So for me, it has always been a part of me. I just want to do well, and I want to get that knowledge for myself. So that's I think how you're able to become successful especially as a foreigner in America or in any Western world.
What the great thing is about my current job is all the different work that I've done in the past, whether it was my education and it was my previous work experience, is really helping me to be as successful as possible now with my role. And I think a lot of what I'm doing today is just based on that initial interest in economics and development that came from being an Eritrean and coming here right after the War for Independence in 1991 and seeing, all the things that were, the country that was in, going through a lot of difficulty and a lot of hardship, and asking myself, how do I contribute, and what is the way that this country can develop and be better? And that led me on a whole educational adventure that took me to NYU and to a career in economics as well.
ግን ኣብ ገዛይና ጀሚርና ወለድ ምስ ወለት ሒዝና ኣቦይ ኣደይ ምባል ክፈልጡሎም ተኣዳሜቲ ባህሎም ናቶም ስሳያ ነው ማማ ባባ ኮነትን ኣቦይ ኣደይ ሕጂ ዓልቤተይ ንዓይ ታይሉ ጽዋዕኒ ማለት እዩ ኣደይ ኢሉ ጽዋዕኒ ኣነ ሃንዕኦ ኣቦይ ኢሉ ጽዋዕ ሕጂ ቶም ቆልዑ ካልእ ሽም ከይፈለጡ ኣቦይን ኣደይን ጥራሕ ፈሊጦም ዓብዮም ማለት እዩ ሰብኣያ ተጀሚራ ድሕሪኡ ትግርኛ ጥራሕ ንዘርቦም ኣብ ገዛ በቃ ትግርኛ ቡን ገበር ናይ ባህል ናይ ቪድዮ ናይ ዓድና ንርኢ ካይተረድኦም ቶም ቆልዑ ምሳሌ ክደርፉ ጀሚሮም ምሳና ትባህልና ወላ ሕጂ ኣዳም ወዴ ኮሌጅ ምስከደሲ ፈናጅልን ጀበናን ሃብን ኢሉ ኣብ ኮሌጅ ጀበናን ፈናጅልን ገይሩ ምስ ዕሩኽቲ ተኣኪቦም ግዜ ክለዎም ከሎ ቡን ቆልዮም ልክዕ ከም ናይ ዓድና ባህል ገይሩ እንግዶም ነይሩ ማለት ነቶም ዕሩኽቱ ኣብ ርእሲኡ ኻኒ ኣብ መደቀሲኡ ኣብ ባንዴራ ናይ ኤሪትራ ኣብ ላዕሊ ምስራዕ ተሰቂላ ነይራቶ ኣዳም ኩላ ግዜ እዚኣ ኣብ ታሽሙ ሰዓተና ነፃነት ምስ ረኸብና ባንዴራ ምሻላ ተኸልናያ ንሳኻ ዓብይ ፖስተር ካብ መደቀሲ ነይራቶ ናይ ብሓቂ ኩርዓት እዮም ብትባህሎም ሲ proud Eritrean ንሰብ ከኣኒ ክምህሮ ብዛዕባ ኤርትራ ናይ ብሓቂ እዮም ዝደልቶም ቆልዑ ስለምንታይ ንሕና ስትፍቅሪ ሕዲርና ኣለኹ ካብ ቆልዑቶም ኤርትራውነት ማለት እንታይ ማለት እዩ ኤርትራውነት ማለት ሲ ንዓለም ዝመከተ ህዝቢ ተጋደልቲ ይኹኑ ህዝቢ ኹንሲ ክንደይ ታሽሙ ክንደይ ፈተና ይሕሊፉ ሲ ኣብዚ ዝበፅሕ ህዝቢ እዩ ክንደይ ፈተና ክንደይ ቃልሲ ይሕሊፉ ክንደይ ዓለም ተጻብኦታት ይሕሊፎም ተጋደልቲ ህዝባዊ ግንባር ኣብዚ በፂሖም ንስኻትኩም ከኣጅኹም ካብኦም ኢኹም ተወሊድኩም ኢልና ኩላ ግዜና ነተባብዑ ነርና ኤርትራውያን ሲ ኣይክእልን እየ ዝብል ኤርትራዊ የለን I can do it attitude ኣለና ዝኾነ ነገር ሲ I can do it ክትብሉ ኣለኩም ኢና ንብሎም ሕጂ ዝኸኣንዖም በቃ ናይ ብሓቂ ኤርትራውያን ምዃኖም ሲ ናይ ብሓቂ ይሕብኖም ነይሩ ድሓር ዕብይ ምስ በሉ ከኣኒ ኣብ YPFDJ ፌስቲቫል ከዓ ዋሽንግተን ፌስቲቫል ድሕራ ደይከድና ደይመፃና ንኤርትራ ፌስቲቫል ናይ ግድን ክኸዱሎም ፌስቲቫል ከይድካ ዋሽንግተን ወዘኽዘኽ ኣይኮነን ኣብታ ፌስቲቫል ውሽጢ ከም ስርዓት ምሳና ኮፍ ኢሎም ክሰምዑሎም ምስ ዝጉደሎ ኤርትራ ክትሓዋወሱሎም እዚኣስ ማስትያ ቅበጥበጥ የለን ከምዚ ኣይደሊኒ ገለ ዝበሃል የለን ይፈልጥዋዮም ናይ ግድን ክኸዱሎም ምሳና ኣብ ርእሲኡ ኻ እንታይ ጠቒምና ንዓና ኸኣኒ ኣብ 2 ዓመት UN ስለ ዝሰርሕ ነበረ Tekie every 2 years ኣብ ዝንመፅእ ነርና ነፃነሲ ደቂ 6 ሰዊት ጓለ ዶክተር ሰዊት 6 ዓመት ነይሩ ኣሽዑ ኣዳም 7 ዓመት ነይሩ ማለት ክንመጽእ ኸልና በታ ቻርተር በታ ኣዳሜቲን ድሕር ነፃነት ሒዝና መጽና ማለት ሽዑ ወላ ኣዳም ከማን ኮርት ኮላ ካብ ኣየር ታሽሞ ናይ ኤርትራ ፍላግ ሒዙ ነይሩ ኣብ Eri-TV ከማን ንረአየ ሕጂ ስለዚ ካብኡ every 2 years መጹ በቃ ናይ ብሓቂ ዓዳም ናይ ሓቂ መስፈቱ
ቆልዓ ኣምቢ እዚ ድልየት ንሓደ ነገር መታን ከተሕድረሉ እንታይ ትገብር ኣለካ ንሳ ሕጂ እንታይ ራእይ ክትብሉ ኣለካ እቲ ራእይ ከዓ እንታይ እዩ ራእይ ቀዳይ ነገር በአኻ ወገን ከመይ ከም ዘሕለፍካዮ ከመይልካ ዓቢኻ ከመይልካ ኣብዚ ቦታ ዘለኻስ ከመይልካ ኸመጽኻ ሕጂ ናይ ስድራኻ ዘሎ ናይ ኣቦታትካ ባሕጎታትካ ዘሎ ታሪኽ ኩሉ ወላ ሽዑ ተዘይሰምዖ ክዳጋግሞ ከለኻ ይርድኦም እዚ ኩሉ መሳኽናት ሓሊፍካ ኣብዚ ቦታ እዚኣ ዘለኻላ ኸኣኒ ጻዕርን ስራሕን ትምህርትን ምዃኑ ክርድኦም ኣለዎ ብኻልእ ዝመጽእ ነገር የለን ትምሃር ትሰርሕ ትጽዕር صغيرك أنا تزلها درجة خطبتها تخيل.
أساس درا بتمرت تراي كونت تعويتام. أنت لاي بفقر هاجرن هزبون تعويتام. أدي أبوي النابلس تمل مل قلعو هاجري كلوا يحنخون. أما نسيا تقدر تودي بام لعلتها في جبرم. هاجراوي أخي بعتاتي مرحو يوفيهم. دكتور شويت عبد الحليم هوسبيتال زجبرتو عبركتو أبنت نايزيهم. ببهلهم يخرعوا يحبنوا. انقع برهان ولده أرأي هذا السدرام.
When I come back here, I think the biggest, maybe there are two big things that I come away from the trip with. One is that you realize how loved you are by your family, by the relatives, even if they don't know anything about you, that really, because your life is so different from theirs. You live a completely different life. Like, you know, when I was in medical school, nobody in my family really understands that because it was something only I did and it was something very challenging, but you know that they're always supporting you. You know how much they love you. You know that even though they don't know what you're going through, they are always going to be there for you. And I think knowing that you have that kind of unconditional love and support from your family and your community, even people who don't know you give you the support because you're Eritrean, I think that feels so special, and other people don't have that, and we have that. So that one's really nice. The other thing I learned when I come to Eritrea, you always remember, is that there's not much you need in this world. You don't need a lot to be happy, because there's so many people here who don't have a lot, but they're still very happy, and because they have the family, and they have the community, and they have that sense of self. So I think, you know, in America, you can become caught up in this consumer society, where you always feel like you need more. I need more of this. I need a car. I need more clothes. I need more of this. When you come to Eritrea, you realize what you really need is a sense of love, belonging, family, community, and then of course a few things just to live, but you don't need more than that. And I think that that's always, every time I've come to Eritrea, every time since I was 6 years old until now, that is always the thing that kind of hits you the most when you realize, wow, you don't need a lot to be happy. I do have a lot, and I'm very lucky to have a lot, but I don't need a lot. And that makes you even more like satisfied and sense of peace with yourself. So I think the trips to Eritrea are always a gift that we have to ourselves. And even this time, I couldn't come for 6 years because of my training, because they wouldn't let us take more than 1 week at a time, and it's hard to get here in 1 week. But I knew after I finished residency that I would have this few weeks to come now. So I told my parents 2 years ago, I said, after I finish residency, we're going to go. Let's plan it in advance. And I knew it because I knew I wanted to come because the sense that you get from coming to Eritrea is so special. And you need it every once in a while to feel that peace, to feel the love from your family, to hear the stories from, you know, the generations that have passed you before. So I would recommend if anyone can come to Eritrea, even if you can only come for 2 weeks, you should come, because what you receive from coming here lasts you for so long and gives you so much more energy and confidence and peace with yourself when you leave. So coming here is always a gift.
Adam ودنا NYU نيويورك يونيفرسيتي كأدخله خبيديو نختأتوا بس حتى مهارهم أبلايز جورو تم قبلهم كواحداتهم حجي نسو حدا خباتهم كانوا أقوم قبالوسي نهب حق يحوكي سنة دحريو خا بلومبرغ صراحة جميل مسودة خا وماتيو دحريو خا فاينانس مالتي دحريو خا باي كاب انترناشونال كامبانو هنا سرحلو رؤسو خيلو أمان هاتان جزء تخاريو كبيدي مان هاتان كرمت أو تقوم جزء تخاريو أو رؤسو خيلو بس بقنا برالو مالتي سويت كا دكتور سويت قال 15 عامت كلها أبلاي جيرانا هارفارد يونيفرسيتي early admission تقبلوا ما 15 she was accepted ما تقبلوا ما هارفارد يونيفرسيتي لحالو 16 عامتها هارفارد أتيا وزح حساب شو عنتها لنا بقى she's set for life